Now, Wackademia, the wacky world of academia. Well, Australian universities, well done. Great work. You are sliding down the international scales as you busy yourself with your gender pronouns and your climate fear-mongering and all your woke garbage that you're infusing our kids with. Rather than educating them, you are failing. You are going down against the rest of the world. Shame on you. Shame on the multi-million-dollar earning vice-chancellors who don't have the cojones to stand up to the radicalists, the Marxists within who have taken over our universities. This is what is happening. You are destroying this nation from within, whereas it is your job to inspire this nation, to inspire the next generation of leaders, of entrepreneurs, of great thinkers, of great minds for our nation, and you've starved them of an education. Shame on you, and you deserve to go right down, and let's stop funding these clowns and let's start getting some money going to proper universities where they teach people things that will make this nation as good as it deserves to be. Now, let's talk about...
I think, you hit an interesting point there with the universities, but I think there may even be more to this than you talk about. I mean, yeah, we all know the wokeness. We all know, all the loony left stuff. We saw the IPA had a report out this week about free speech in universities the other day, saying, it's lack thereof, that's in terrible danger. I wonder, though, how much of the American disease of universities becoming basically hedge fund managers with an education business attached to the side of them has really taken hold here. Because, what's been one of the big things we've seen since the end of the pandemic? This big push to let's get all the international students back so we can make a bunch of money. Yes. These are now, it's not even so much a political promulgation of leftist ideas. That's just sort of the cover thing. The underlying story is that these things are now just huge money-making operations to churn out diplomas and get money and invest their huge endowments and carve money out of the government for degrees that are cheap to give.
I don't mind them selling junk degrees to overseas students.
But that's how they wind up going down in the polls for you.
What I have a real issue with is the activism, because it doesn't stay within the university. We used to, not we, but some people, some of the conservatives who kind of refuse to fight these wars, dismiss this stuff saying, oh, it's just kids at the university, these crazy ideas will never take hold. No, they've taken hold.
Exactly.
The march through the institutions is through all the institutions, including the private sector, because these kids end up in HR departments, they end up in all sorts of
worse
positions.
than that, they end up in the lodge. Look at that mob who are now running this country. Seriously, all undergraduates from places like Sydney University, all versed in communism, Marxism, gender ideology, climate ideology, and look what they're doing to the country. They don't actually understand how a proper economy works. They don't understand the necessity for affordable energy. They don't understand the necessity to get off the government's teat, as it were, and that is the problem.
And all the degrees they have, if you have a look, are pretty much all of them humanities. Not too many people there with engineering degrees, not too many there with medical degrees. No, it's always...
Absolutely, certainly not in the Labor Party.